Vamos a grabar la clase. We're going to record class. And so like I was telling Alden, we'll just start sitting. And so if you want just to sit on the floor, to sit on something cushy, whatever's going to work for you. Sarah, I don't know if you know, this is our super feel good class. So no stress, no working so hard. So let's start.
All right, love it.
All right. So let's all sit up on just something comfortable. I've got a little meditation cushion underneath me. And you can put your hands on your hips for a moment and just feel your pelvis kind of settle into the ground. So what I mean is you can take a second and just feel your sitting bones a little bit from right to left, from left to right, and then move your weight a little bit forward and move your weight just a little bit back. So you just feel yourself starting to ground, and as your weight moves to the center of your sitting bones, you can feel your spine grow up and just get a little bit taller. Okay, so from there, put your hands on your low abdomen, and let's just take a few big breaths here. I'm feeling on this Tuesday so much to be grateful for. And it's mostly you guys, so this is nice. Let's take a few big breaths. And as you exhale, maybe the top of your head rises just a little bit higher up. Maybe you take in a moment just to see how you're doing, how you're feeling. Good. Let's take just one more big breath here. And then we're going to start by moving your chin in down towards the center of your neck. And then let's exhale and let your chin move up towards the sky. So we'll try this a few times. Your chin moving down. And then exhale, allowing your chin to rise all the way up. Maybe you feel a little stretch in the front of your throat. Good. You can take that a few times. And then let's just pause. Let your neck sit right there in the center, nice and neutral. And roll your shoulders. I don't know what kind of day your shoulders are having. But on Monday, my midwife was telling me that shoulder tension can impact blood pressure. So just feeling an ability to stay light up here, keep a little blood flow and circulation. Good. And then from here, let's go ahead, take your hands to your collarbones. And I want you to just we're going to do Alden, a little bit of chicken yoga. Okay, you ready for the chicken yoga? It's just the elbows out and the elbows in, like we were just going to fly away right here. And while you do this chicken yoga, hopefully you're feeling those muscles on the sides of your back, your latissimus. And they should be kind of waking up. Good. So now let's slide our hands across your chest for a moment. And as you do this, I'm going to remember to hit decline. I always push the wrong button and then accidentally answer a call in class. So right here, hold your chest. You can even kind of apply a little weight to your shoulders and exhale and just twist across. As you do this, I want you to feel that the spine continues to grow as you twist. Good. So then let's pause. Let's slide your hands down closer to your armpit, closer to your elbows, and then begin twisting once again, just across your back.
Elizabeth, we lost some volume.
Oh no, can you hear me now?
Not well.
Uh-oh, let's see what happened. I don't know. Is it still bad? I'm wondering if did it happen after the phone call?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I think probably, this should finish up in a second and maybe it'll come back. Is it still bad?
It's better.
Okay. Hopefully it'll get a little better. All right. And if it doesn't, Dorothy, will you let me know? Is it any better now? Okay, good. All right. Oh, I could just do this all day. Couldn't you? Oh, it's so good. Just a little twist here through your back and stretching in your shoulders. Good. And then let's try this. Let's exhale and sweep the arms up and let your chest kind of rise up with your arms, letting your head lean back just a little. And then we're going to exhale, take that right back down. Let's try that 2 more times. So you're going to exhale, maybe even bend your back just a little arch in here. And then exhale, bring it down. We'll do that one more time, then leave the arms up. Good. And then from here, try just to sway side to side. Good. So you're getting a little lateral movement. Good. Letting your armpit chest get a little stretch. Everyone loves to stretch their armpits, don't they?
Yeah.
Good. All right, so now slide your hands to your hand to wrist. Reach the arms up and then let the hands just rest on your head. Feel the top of the head lengthen up. And then I've got my bottom hand, my right hand is pushing up towards my top. I'm going to exhale, just stretch that up a few times, trying to keep the palm of that bottom hand flat. So just working a little the muscles in my arms, not too serious. Applying a little pressure with that top hand. Good. Let's pause, switch the position of the 2 hands, and then same thing, just apply a little pressure, maybe in stretching out the wrist a little bit as you come up. This is why I love practicing. We've never done this before ever, and I like it. Good. Let's try it one more time. And then from here, we're going to pause. I'm going to take one hand to the opposite wrist and then reach towards the pulling hand and get a big stretch in the back. Good. We're going to come right back up, switching hands, and then exhale, take that in the opposite direction. Good. Keep dropping the sitting bones down. Good. We're going to exhale, release the arms, and again, chin and ears just check in side to side. And then add a little lift of each shoulder. So one shoulder as the ear comes down towards that shoulder. So you stretch now the sides of the neck. Good. Try that a time or 2 more each side. Good. So then let's pause. One hand lifts up. It comes to the opposite ear. And then you're going to reach down in the direction of that pulling hand, letting the side of your neck stretch. Good. Let the hand move around to the back of the head and then let the nose move inward. So now you're stretching a little bit more in the back of the neck. Good. Last little thing we'll do, stretch the arm away and now stretch the head away from the arm. Maybe even reach out through the fingers. Maybe even reach the arm. This might feel intense in the shoulder, but just reach it a little bit behind you. And then we're going to exhale, release, bring that in. Woohoo, shimmy it out. Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. A little more shimmy. Come on. There we go. There we go. All right. And now we're going to take opposite hand to the opposite ear. And then let your head move down and away for a moment. Just stretching out your neck. Good. And then you'll take your hand there to the back of the head and then exhale. Let your nose come down toward your armpit. Ooh, and feel the back of the neck getting a good stretch right along those vertebrae. Good. And then we're going to exhale. Lift your head, stretch your arm away, and then reach your head away from the arm. And if it feels good to let the um, arm move a little bit behind you, that's going to feel like a big stretch here. Let's release, let that come down. Once again, just lightly move your shoulders, move your head. Good. So let's unfold our legs on your little sittable for a moment. If you're just in a chair, you can leave the legs as they are. And we're going to inhale, take your arms up. Good. And then exhale, sweep your arms behind you as you stretch forward. Let's reverse that. Inhale, take the arms up. And then exhale, they sweep behind you as you stretch forward, out through the fingers, along the scapula. Inhale, coming up one more time. And then exhale, coming forward just a hair. With your arms behind you, you can circle the arms just a little bit, feeling the muscles in your triceps. Good. Let's circle them the other way. Good. And then we're going to exhale and bring ourselves all the way back up. So now you can move your knees just a little bit wide. And then once again, kind of ground those sitting bones in and down. Excellent. So now take one elbow up, stretch and reach away, and then come tap down over your knee. Just feeling the back stretch out. Good. So I'm going to inhale, stretch, reach away, and then exhale, come tap down towards the knee. Inhaling up. So all these just little movements can help us improve circulation in our joints, blood flow, help us to remember to relax as we move. Good. And then from here, I want you to hold on the way down. And then maybe this top arm on the other side wants to open up. Good. You can create a few little circles here. And then create those circles moving in the opposite direction. Good. Let's exhale, coming up. Okay, we're going to try that same thing, opposite arm. So now you're going to reach down towards the knee. So let's the back stretch. Inhale, stretching back and over. Exhale, pulling down. Inhale, stretching over. Exhale, pulling down. Good. Inhale, stretching, reaching. Exhale, pulling down. Good. One more time. Let's hold down here and let that opposite arm lift. And then just lightly create some circles here through that arm. Good. Take it in the opposite direction. Let's inhale and sit up. And now bring your palms together for a moment. And then your palms right in front of the heart. Let's try this. I want you to scoop, reach up through the arms. Exhale, close at the heart. Let's try that a couple times. Scoop, reaching out with the arms. And then exhale, closing right at the heart. One more time, scooping, reaching out, letting a little stretch come forward. Pause here, and then just create a little twist to one side. Inhale as you pass through your center. Exhale, twist in the opposite direction. Good. Inhaling and then exhaling to twist. Good. All right. So now we're going to take that twist and stretch over one leg. Inhale, let the arms come up if they'd like. And then exhale, take that twist out and over the opposite leg. Inhaling up and exhale, stretching over. Inhaling up and exhale, stretching over. Beautiful, beautiful. Inhaling up. That's it. And exhale, stretching over. One more time. Inhale and exhale, stretching over. Good. Let's open our arms wide. Excellent. And then let your fingertips move together back behind you. Exhale, reach your spine a little forward as you let the palms stay connected. Good. Give this a few breaths. Good. And then we're going to inhale, bring ourselves back up, sitting tall. Sweep the hands behind the head. Inhale, take a big stretch up. And then exhale, let the top of your head begin to melt down. Maybe your elbows even tap your knees, maybe. So you're going to inhale, come all the way up. And then exhale, just create a little rounding, letting the back of your neck stretch. Good. And then you'll even feel this. I feel it in my lumbar. Inhaling, coming up. And exhaling. Good. Let's do that one more time. Inhaling all the way up. And then exhaling to round down. This time we're going to inhale, come up. Open the arms out into a Y shape. Now reach your wrists and curl the arms back. Let them come and tap onto your shoulders. So we're going to try to get a real wrist stretch here. Arms out, fingers pull in. They reach towards your shoulders. Good. And then we're going to exhale, kind of unfurl the arms, feeling a little work in your biceps as you do this. Good. I'm really trying to reach your fingers as much as you can towards your elbows to stretch out your wrists. Are we getting there? Yes. Good. All right. And then let's pause. Let those fingers curl under and then stretch your wrists towards your armpits. Good. And again, they're just kind of curling there so the top of the wrist gets a big stretch. Exhale, release that down. Once again, just shimmy, release your back any old way. And then we're going to take your two arms back out and we're going to twist towards one leg, reaching opposite hand to foot. So inhale, coming up, and exhale, reaching across opposite hand to foot, sweeping the arm back up, opposite hand to foot, nice and light, steady, easy movement. Good. We're going to pause on this side and just hold down here, stretch for a moment. Let your head, if you'd like to, melt towards your foot. Give yourself a few big breaths. Good, let's slide up your leg all the way back. Arms coming up, you'll inhale. I'm going to shift the position of my hands and then exhale, come down on my leg. Opposite side. And then we're going to inhale, bring ourselves all the way back, open up, bring out your hands, bring out the elbows. Excellent. So now let's try, I'm going to slide back just a little because my blanket is so warm. So let's put the soles of your feet together. And again, if you're in a chair, just try that. Let the feet come together, maybe let the knees move apart. Good. And let's sit up tall. And we're going to take a couple little cat cows here. So inhale, come up. Oh. And then exhale, round over. Let the elbows come forward as your head comes back and you can really stretch in between your shoulder blades. So you're going to inhale, come up once again. And then exhale, round, coming down. Good. Inhale, come all the way up. Good. And then we're going to exhale, round that down. Good. We're going to inhale now. Bring the arms up and just slide one leg out. So I'm going with my right. Go to the leg that is going to be easier for you. And we're going to exhale and reach towards that leg and come right back up. And then exhale, reach towards that leg. Moving, keeping your hips really steady and stable as you reach towards and right back up. And then reach towards and right back up. Let's now try moving away and up. Good, a couple more. Moving away, so you really use these muscles here to support the weight of your torso, this movement of the torso, and the arms overhead. Good, try that one more time. Good, and then from here, we're gonna just sweep our weight all the way around in a big circle. Good, let's shift that direction. Good. And then let's exhale, hold, reaching towards the extended leg. Let that top arm do what it likes to do. Maybe come overhead, maybe move behind your head. Good. And then we're going to take our arms and walk all the way around, just sort of doing a little grapevine, coming forward. Good. And then exhale, come up on the other side. Another big stretch. Good. Use an exhale and bring yourself all the way back up, nice and tall. So let's try that on the other side. So we're going to switch the position of our legs. Good. Stretch that leg out. And now bring your two arms up. And the first thing we'll do is move. So these are little dynamic stretches, right? So we're coming all the way through. It's just keeping our muscles toned, ready for good movement. Good. Two. Let's try that one more time. All the way over. Good. So now exhale, reach away and right back up. Reaching away. Again, feeling your back muscles, your abdominal muscles. Right back up. Good. So now we're going to go towards that leg. Open, open, open. A big stretch all the way around. Good. And then we'll exhale and bring our arms down all the way, kind of doing a little grapevine with your arms, pressing, pressing, pressing. And then when you arrive at a good stretch to your back on the other side, go ahead, pause here. Big lift. Good. And then we're going to exhale, come back up. All right, so let's stretch two legs out. All right. And then for a moment with your knees, just lift and lower them just a couple times, feeling that connectivity there through the backs of the knees so the knees don't flop as you lower, but you kind of catch the weight. Good. Let's hold some firmness there in the legs. Take the arms up and now twist towards one leg with a straight back. Good. Let's inhale, move through your center, and exhale, twist towards the opposite leg with a straight back, reaching your gaze behind you. Good. We're going to stretch towards that opposite leg once again, and then you can come down over it. So just any amount that your opposite hand wants to reach towards the ankle, give it a go. Anywhere on the leg works. Good. And then we're going to exhale, come right back up, create that twist towards the opposite leg, and then lightly slide all the way down. Deep breaths taking us through. Let's inhale and come up. And let's exhale, now pull your two legs together. And if you're on a little sitting prop, we're going to come off of these now and move to the floor and just do not a whole lot, just a few little gentle core exercises. Now, Alden, this is all up to you. You can continue to work in your chair if that's better and easier. All right, so coming down to the floor, I'm going to let my right side face the floor. So everybody take your time getting there. Oof. And then once you're here, take a moment to get comfortable and check in, feel a long spine so you can, if it's helpful to you, to rock and roll your pelvis just a little bit, letting your tailbone reach towards your heels and then letting the bones of your back kind of lift from the floor. You can take a few little movements here just to feel a little more connected. Good. Let's hold our pelvis in that nice long neutral position so your belly muscles are connected and pulling in. And then let your right foot just lift off of the floor. Let it tap down and up just a few times. And then holding that foot lightly, lightly above the floor, point and flex. So just from your ankle, you're going to point and flex and point and flex, point and flex and point and flex. Good. Let's try that on the other side. So you'll lift just an inch above the floor, tap the whole foot into the floor, feel your belly connected to that movement. So what's really cool is when you work very low to the floor, it gives your core an opportunity to really fire up and understand its job. So now hold, and then that foot is just an inch or two above the floor, and then you're going to point and flex, point and flex. I think it's really important to give our ankles and feet a little extra attention in the cold weather when it's warm, because we just think there's more tendency for that connective tissue to get cranky. Okay, so now from here, let's raise your whole right leg. So the knee is going to come over the hip just a few times. This is a light movement down and up. And again, you can keep your hands here on your belly just to feel. Good. And then we're going to hold that leg up, stretch it out, pull it in, stretch it out, pull it in. Feeling your quadricep muscle, engaging, waking up. Good. All the while your ribs stay connected, pulling down. Let's hold that leg out and then take it down and up just a few times. Good. 2 and 1. Bend the knee. Place that foot on the floor. Good job, right leg. Now the left knee is going to come down and up. Ribs staying steady. Torso staying steady. Leg floating there in the hip socket. Good. And then from here, so let these little movements just relax you a little. Can get the muscles to work without working overtime. Good. Big stretch through the whole leg. Good. And then we're going to hold that leg out. Take it down and up and down and up and down and up and down and up. Good. Down and up. Relax the leg. Put it there on the floor. Slide your two hands together. Let the knees travel to the left and take your arms to the right. So you're going to reverse that. The knees are going to travel to the right and your arms are going to travel to the left. Good. Let's switch this up just a few times. Oh. Good. So now let's try this. I'm going to take my right hand to my left knee. I'm going to slide them up. I'm going to reach my arm and my leg away, and then I'm going to pull them right back together. Stretch, reaching out and away, then pulling right back together, out and away. So just letting a little cross pattern happen here on the floor, out and away, and right back in. Let's do that one more time. And then we're going to hold. Move the hands behind this left thigh. Let the thigh come stretch over your chest. And then you're going to exhale, reach the femur bone up. Get a big stretch there in the back of your left leg. One more breath, and then we'll fold that leg in. Try the same thing on the other side. So now your left hand can move to the right knee. You'll slide those two limbs up together. Now reach the limbs out and pull them right back across. So you'll reach out, pull them together, reaching out, pulling together, reaching out, pulling together, reaching out, and pulling together. Last time, reaching out. Now pull that arm in and the opposite arm in, and we'll slide the hands down the thigh, stretch and reach the leg up into So you press the femur bone into your hands. Really send the heel up. Now, if you'd like, take two legs up in the air, release your arms, and I want you to just do a little bit of upside down walking. So right and left, your knees, let them be as relaxed as they need to be. Good. So I think these little gentle movements with your legs overhead can be great for just, again, circulation, blood flow in your lower joints, and being able to get some movement there without a lot of pressure. So now again, keeping your knees as soft as you need to, you can cross the legs a few times, just right and left, letting one leg reach over. Good. So now pause with your right leg in front of the left and then reach through your two thighs so you can get a stretch in your calves. And then hopefully a little bit out here in the IT band also. Give this stretch a couple big breaths. Let's fold at the knees, change the position, and then squeeze the thighs together and reach out. So you really, really get that calf and hopefully to the IT band to do a little stretching. Good, let's bend your knees, bring that back in. Place your feet on the floor. And then let's take your arms up. We're going to push your feet down and let the arms float to your sides. We can do this with arms and legs, or you can just do it with your with the pelvis coming up, whatever's working better for you today. So we're going to slowly lower, come all the way down, and then slowly let that lift back up, your chest opening, the muscles in the backs of the legs. Getting a little wake up. This is a great, if you know, oh, you know what, I've been sitting for a long time today, but I can get on the floor and just lift my pelvis down and up 5 times, re-wake up. The strength in my glutes and hamstrings, that would be a good way to spend some time. Okay, so let's leave your arms down and then slowly bring your pelvis down and then lift your 2 legs up with your knees bent. Circle the 2 legs in the hip socket. A light little movement. And then we're going to circle that around, taking it in the opposite direction. Good. Let's hold your 2 legs up. Take your right knee now to your left thigh. So we're going to stretch in here the piriformis, the back of the leg. And if it feels nice, rock your weight just a little side to side. Good. And then from here, let's change the position of the 2 legs. So the right leg will come back down, and then you can take your left ankle to the right thigh and interlace your fingers anywhere that feels good to you on the right leg. And then rock your weight a little bit side to side. Good. So let's pause here now and then let your hands here come to the legs. So let the hands come to the front of the legs. And then if you can, lightly lift your tailbone as you slide the hands down the legs and then gently come right back down. So this again should just be relaxing, nothing too serious. Good. If it feels nice to take a couple breaths and then let the pelvis come down, you can try that. And then we're gonna pause, fold the knees in, open the arms out, and then we're gonna take your legs just side to side. So getting a little twist, twist, twist. All right, we're gonna shift this up just a little. So your arms, stretch them up and place your feet on the floor. And then we're gonna roll your weight. So you're facing the computer screen. And I've got, this is my right side down. It doesn't matter. We're gonna do both sides. Just do the side that feels easiest for you here. So now the top leg, I'm gonna bend my knees, keep the feet together, and let my top knee open and close. Good. It's a little work for the external rotators in your hip. Good, let's do that one more time. And then with your bottom, with the shin bone, you're gonna tap the bottom toe, stretch and reach up. Tap the bottom toe, stretch and reach up. Tap the bottom toe or ankle, shin, whatever you are getting to. And then you'll exhale, hold that leg in the air and maybe take your arm here to the inner part of the leg. Give it a little stretch. Bend the knee, let it come down. Hug it in. Let that knee come forward and let your top arm travel back. One more big breath. And then we're going to exhale, bring ourselves back here onto our side. Push up with your arms. Good. And then we'll switch sides. Let me see how we're doing on time. Oh, this is great. Never better on time. All right. So now sliding down. Take a moment to get comfortable on your side. And then, yeah, we're going to lift and lower your top leg down and up. This is letting the knee joint open. It's feeling a little bit of work there in the hip, in the inner thigh. Good. And then we're going to hold that leg open, lift it up, stretch your shin bone up and out. Good. Just feeling the hips stay open, relaxed. They can take the hand, hold it here for just a moment, letting the hip get a good stretch. Let's bend the knee. Let it come in, hug a little bit closer towards you. And then exhale, set that top knee down in front of you, nice and slow, steady, easy. And then reach your top arm all the way behind you. And then we're gonna exhale, and this time we're gonna roll all the way down and onto our belly. Good. So take a second while you're here. You can start with your hands, just pressing in under your head. And then we're gonna exhale, push your hands here into the floor and let yourself lift. And then exhale, come right back down, taking a breath, and then pushing up with the hands. Once again, all the way. And right back down. Let's do that one more time. Exhaling to lift. You can take your chin over one shoulder and take your chin over the other shoulder. Good. Stretch your neck side to side. And then exhale, release, come down to the floor. So now let's lift your right leg just down and up from the floor a few times. Just feeling some work there on the back of the leg. Your hips and your torso staying even. As the femur bone comes down and up. Good, let's hold it lifted. Maybe bend and straighten the knee just a few times. Nice and light. Good. And so now I want you to let the knee stay bent, but let the femur bone relax, come down to the floor, and tap the outside of the ankle with your arm. So same arm, same side, and then reach it back. So just try that a couple times. You're going to reach the arm out to the side, come tap the ankle. Good, so move slowly, feel the muscles in the arm. Deep and strong, engaging here. Now let's hold on to the ankle and let the heel come a little closer to your sitting bone. A big stretch. Then we'll exhale to release all that. So now the opposite leg, the leg further from the computer screen, is going to come down and up. Just feeling the glute and the hamstring functioning together, working together to lift the leg. Good, now hold, bend, and straighten the knee. Good, so now we're going to hold the knee bent and then set the foot back down on the floor, and then your opposite arm, it's going to float. You're going to tap the ankle on the outside and then stretch and reach the arm right back. So this will hopefully help us keep some strength and mobility in your shoulder, the muscles in the back of the arm. Good, try that one more time. And then you're just going to hold here for a moment. Enjoy a big stretch. And then you'll exhale and release. Bring your arms to your sides. And then exhale, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Lift your head, your back up for a moment. Good. You can now float the arms off of the floor. Good. Take a breath or two. And then reach your arms out into a T shape. Breath or two. Arms out in front. Breath or two. Lift the two legs. Give this a breath. And then we're going to exhale. Bring all of that back down to the floor. Press your arms in. Lift your head up. Another big stretch. Bend your knees. Knees reaching back towards your head. Head reaching towards your knees. And then exhale, lengthen the knees out. Bring your hands a little closer to you. You're going to push your weight up from the floor. Walk the two knees in. And then reach your thighs back. So we'll just try a little child's pose here. Good. Walk your fingertips just a little further away to deepen the stretch in your back. And now you're going to walk your fingertips out to the side. I'm going to let my left hand rest over my right. Give this a few breaths. Inhale, looking all the way up. And then exhale, taking my hands all the way to the opposite side. A few breaths. And then I'm going to take my two hands back through my center. And now stretch the arms out and lift your tailbone up and let your sternum just come down. Good, and then from here, let's just slide our two knees forward, right and left once again. And you can come let the legs come in front of you. And we're going to slowly bring ourselves back down to the mat for a little Shavasana. So do what you need to get comfortable. If there's a blanket or something cushy, we're going to begin with just a little bit of deep breathing. So take your hands to the low part of your belly and send a few breaths there. And then if you feel you want to do a little breath work with me, you can take your thumb to your right nostril and then your index finger to your third eye point. And you're just going to apply a little pressure in both of those spaces. And then from there, take a few breaths in and out of your left nostril. Let's exhale, release that hand, bring it down. Try the same work on the opposite side. So I'm going to block my left nostril with my thumb and then take my index finger here to my third eye point and just breathe in and out of the right side a few times. So now let's take your two thumbs and just press in right at the base, at the start of your eyebrows here, right between the nose and the eyebrows. And you may feel around a little bit to really get that pressure point. And once you land on that pressure point, give yourself a good few full deep breaths here. Breath continuing to move in and out of the nose and move really low. So now let's take our fingertips. And you're going to cross your hands over your face. And so you've got kind of opposite index finger in your temple. And rub in here on your temples here just a few times again to really feel that pressure point. Some place, the place where when you have a headache here, you feel the discomfort. And once you're able to articulate those two places, just hold on to it for a minute and give yourself another few full deep breaths, pressing in. And after your next exhale there, just let your hands now come down to your sides. If it feels nice to lengthen your two legs out, take a moment to do just that. Let the heels fall in, let the toes fall out. And give yourself a few more deep breaths to guide your way into your evening. And after your next full, complete inhalation, exhalation, just go ahead, bring your palms together before your heart and lightly rub them in. Good. And then take your hands into your scalp and lightly rub, lightly massage. And then when you feel ready, draw your knees over your chest, hug the knees in with your arms, rock side to side. And then when you feel ready, rolling to one side, we're going to push up with our arms and bring ourselves into a seated position together. You can bring your palms before the heart, bow the head, close the eyes. Your practice is a gift, everyone. Thank you. Enjoy your evening. Namaste.